How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin BBQ. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today we are doing Greek style smoky pulled pork gyros, and honestly, I have one right here. While you guys are watching this, I'm gonna eat this. If you remember last year, I did a Greek style pulled pork sandwich. It was phenomenal. This year, we're doing the gyros because a guy at my work said it's better with the gyros. So Troy, this one's for you. Like I said, I'm jumping into this. You guys enjoy the video. Let me know what you think at the end. Let's get it. All right, so the first thing we have to do for our Greek pulled pork, it's a little bit different than the recipe I did before. I doubled it because I want to have some extra marinade for the gyros when they're done. So coming in with 2 cups of parsley chopped, coming in with 1 cup of fresh oregano chopped. Right here, kind of make a judgment decision. I really like garlic, so this is 12 cloves of chopped garlic. Coming in with the zest of 1 lemon. We are coming in with the juice of 1 lemon. Coming in with a little of Suckle Buster's lemon pepper garlic seasoning. And I'd say this is gonna be about a half a tablespoon. Next, we're coming in with about a tablespoon of Greek Freak. Now at this point, we are going to use some Graza olive oil. Use this to get the consistency that you're looking for. We'll mix this up and see how it's looking. All right, now this is about the consistency I'm looking for. It's almost like a chimichurri. We want this nice and spreadable, and we want that olive oil to stick to the pork. So now at this point, I'm just going to get this set off to the side, and let's get working on our pork butt. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is just score this fat cap, and we are going fairly deep because we want this marinade to get inside. So we're definitely getting into the meat here a little bit. You can see that is exactly what we're looking for, these nice crevices for the marinade to get into. Looking real good. Now at this point, we're gonna come in with some more of the lemon pepper garlic, just a light coating of this. We're gonna be using both rubs on this. So I'm just going to go nice and light. This is just gonna add a really nice pop of citrus freshness to this pork butt. Next, we're coming in with some of the Greek Freak. And this is where we're gonna get a lot of coarseness, really help out building our bark here. This looks and smells absolutely amazing. And we'll hit the fat cap side with the same rub, the Greek Freak, and this smells so good already. It smells so fresh. And if you haven't done this Greek pulled pork before, I'm telling you right now, it is a must try. It's great on the sandwiches, but I think it's gonna be even better with this gyro here. All right, so I have transferred this to a vacuum seal bag. If you don't have one of these, just use a gallon Ziploc bag. This is just gonna help it marinate quicker overnight. It's up to you if you wanna go this route or if you wanna go something else, but this is what I prefer. Just don't use any sort of metal or metallic or aluminum tray to marinate in. I haven't experienced it myself because I don't do it, but I have read and heard that it can really impact the flavor and everything else, so why even risk it? Let's just go with a safe route in what we know. And I'm just going to take some of this marinade right here and just go right in to our bag on each side of the pork butt. Then all I'm gonna do is just kind of massage it down in there. All right, so now that I have the marinade in there ready to go, I'm gonna get this vacuum sealed up. I'll be right back. All right, and now that this is all vacuum sealed up, we're just gonna get it into the refrigerator overnight. Tomorrow morning, we'll get this on the smoker. I can't wait to build these gyros. They are going to be amazing. You can see marinade coverage looking good. I'm just gonna rotate this in the fridge every little bit, and other than that, we're looking money. See you tomorrow. All right, guys, it is the next morning. We have the Z-Grills rocking at 275 degrees. We've let this pork butt marinate overnight. It's time to get it on, and I am so excited to eat this today. I'm just gonna throw it dead center here. It smells absolutely amazing, smells super fresh. Like I said, we're rocking at 275 degrees today, which is a little different than the low and slow we did the last time I made this. Reason being because, well, it's a little bit later in the day today, and the last time we let it go completely naked at, I believe it was 225, somewhere around there. Today we're gonna be wrapping it up and speeding up the cook just a hair, which is fine by me because this is for dinner tonight. So there is our pork butt, looking absolutely amazing, smelling like summer. I'm gonna get this shut down and we are gonna let it go for a very long time at 270 degrees. All right, so it has been 4 hours. Let's check in on this pork butt and look at how beautiful that thing is looking. It looks absolutely amazing. Let's come in and check the temperature here. Sitting at about 152-ish. And you know what? I'm calling that good to wrap. I really don't care about building the bark on here. I want to alleviate all of this marinade and seasonings and herbs and everything else on here from burning. So you know what? This is gonna be good for me. And there's gonna be a lot of moisture in there and everything else. So I'm gonna get this wrapped up right now. All right, so now that we have this all wrapped up and ready to go, I'm going to bump up the temperature to 300 and we are just gonna get this thing done, going hot and fast today because we have to eat in a few hours. So the next time you see this, we'll be checking for tenderness and I would say it's probably gonna be another 2-3 hours. So we will see you then. All right, so it has been 2.5 hours and this pork butt is done. It is probing, tender as can be, and it is about 210, which is quite a bit higher than what I usually take my pork butts. It's usually 206, but that's how long this one took to get tender. And like I said, it is probing like absolute butter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this in the house. I'm gonna set it on the counter. I'm gonna take the foil off and I'm just going to let it rest on the counter for about an hour until it's cool enough to handle. We'll shred into this, we'll make our gyros. So we'll see you when it's time to shred into this thing. All right, so after about an hour rest, here is our pork butt and it is looking absolutely amazing. You can tell it just wants to fall apart. Barked up nicely. All that seasoning from the marinade and everything else on there is gonna be absolutely amazing. So let's get that over there. Get these pieces that fell off right there. And you guys have seen me use this thing in almost every pulled pork video I have ever done because I absolutely love this thing. It just does an amazing job of keeping all that flavor locked in there. So I'm gonna set that off to the side. And right away, we're just gonna see there, that is a nice, clean bone. This thing is as tender as can be. And I'm gonna demonstrate that right now. Just shredding like butter. It's still a little warm. Obviously, if you have time, let it rest down to about 140 degrees. It's gonna be that much better. We got beautiful pulled pork right there. A lot of moisture in there. And this was about 6.5 hour pulled pork. So I'm a big fan of hot and fast pulled pork. I think it's just as good as low and slow in less time. All right, here's where the magic happens. We're gonna take, and you can see that fat line right there. We're adding all the juice back in down to that line because that is all flavor. And by doing this, you're not gonna have that gross orange solidified fat when you go to reheat your pulled pork. So then I'm just gonna toss all of that in there like so. That is right on the money. Nice, smoky, delicious pulled pork. But this pulled pork is for a gyro, so I'm gonna get that prepped up right now. We'll show you how to make it, and then best of all, we get to do the taste test. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do to build these is we're gonna add some of that marinade that we reserved yesterday to this pulled pork and just give it a quick toss. This is just gonna add so much more flavor to this pulled pork, and it doesn't take a lot. It's just so good on this pork. This is what really makes this recipe, is after that pork is pulled, just adding that marinade back into it is just fantastic. Next, I'm gonna take my pita and slap that down right there. I'm gonna take some of my tzatziki and just get that spread out all over. So nice. This is spinach and parm tzatziki, and it just really elevates that flavor yet again. Then we're gonna take some of our pulled pork and just throw that right on the pita. Build that up super nice. Next, fresh cucumber, really driving home that summer flavor. It is so good. Then gotta have some fresh tomatoes on there. Some red onions, just for that crunch and that delicious little bit of spice on there. And that, to me, is the perfect Greek pulled pork pita. Check that out. This is so good. If you've never had this before, you're really missing out. Let's jump out and let's do the taste test. All right, guys, it is the moment of truth. I'm going to jump in and devour this gyro right now. It's going to be messy, it's going to be smoky, and it's going to be delicious. So let's go for it. I'm telling y'all right now, this is an absolute must make because it is such a different flavor profile than normal pulled pork. It's fresh, it's light, it's summery, and best of all, it's delicious. Like I said, make extra of that marinade, reserve it, and add it into the pulled pork once you pull it because it just elevates the flavor so much. I'm going in for another bite. The onions, the cucumber, the tomato, the tzatziki, the fatty smoked pulled pork on the pita. I can't decide if the pita is better than the sandwich. They're both delicious. But man, this is a must try. I'm telling you guys right now, make this, you will not regret it. I'm gonna finish eating this. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time.